In progress.
Okay, Judai was good enough to point me out to this video by Jay Hall, which is really good, but I'm going to critique the few things, aspects where he falls down. Okay, so let's start.
And chaos in South Beach as spring break visitors overwhelm the city.
Hey, what's good, guys? So ever since I made this first video on black people, I've been trying to go deeper to see what people are saying and what's going on in the black community. And that led me to this video right here. Check it out.
The black community is doomed. And while I don't no longer identify as a black man, the women are attracted to killers and drug dealers.
There it is, exactly. And guess what, young man, whoever your name is, this is universal female nature. I hope you guys don't think this is strictly to black women, right? And this is a really good looking man. So he's being deselected like most men are, right?
Asian Doll made a tweet that said, I'm attracted to killers. If you don't have any bodies, I don't want you. Dysfunctional.
If that's dysfunctional, young guy, then what you're admitting is that women in general are dysfunctional, right? Women, they say, every guy says women love the thugs. In other words, they love men who are violent to other men, and even women, but especially men.
How can you save a community that's in love with its dysfunction?
By the way, one thing I wish black guys would stop talking about is the non-existing community. There hasn't been a black community since the 1970s. Okay? There is no community.
It's black men that would be square if girls actually liked and respected a 9-to-5 honorable man. But they're out here selling drugs. They're out here trying to be a rapper and a gangster because that's what girls like.
Thank you for admitting that. Men are not, there is no patriarchy, everyone. Men are not the guys in charge. The women are in charge. They always have been. Men find out what women want and they try and give it to them. Thank you. This man is admitting it.
And girls will tell you they don't want they want a scammer or a drug dealer. They love criminals. How can you save a community that loves the criminals and shames the good dude? You can't. If you're a good brother with the head on your shoulders, you have to escape.
So listen,
that guy made the best sense. If you're, I want to bring back there. If you're a guy who's got it together, who's a real human being, that's what he's missing out on. If you're a guy who's a human being, you've got to escape. And part of the escape is you've got to stop chasing. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit if I sound like MGTOW. You want the girls, you have to be a subhuman man. It's that simple.
Head on your shoulders, you have to escape.
So listen, this is a tweet he's talking about by Asian the Brat. She said,
and this is a gorgeous woman who can have any guy, right?
Please have at least 3 bodies before you talk to me. Boy, I like killers. I am embarrassed. I am disappointed. And then there's comments defending this tweet. Y'all taking this too literal. She's just saying she likes to be protected.
Protected is euphemism for I like a man who's violent to other men. Who are they being protected from? It's not other women, right? Men aren't allowed to touch women, so it's other men. But again, I'll tell you, men don't harm women. So when she says protected, what she means is I want a thug who's going to harm other guys I don't like, right? So they're always, what's your name again? Jay Hall. The women are always going to put their vileness in a good light.
Well, she didn't say that. She said she liked killers, straight up. You don't have to.
And that's just nothing. Good point, Jay Hall. These women try and backtrack, and it's too late. It's just a joke, brah. It's just a joke, right? The white nationalists do this all the time, too. They say something racist and then say, oh, I'm just being edgy, man. You know?
To be with the killer to be protected. And the thing he said about men acting like squares if women wanted squares, I agree with that.
So A good man is a square. A square used to be someone who just wasn't hip, right? Someone who didn't know what was trendy. Now it simply means a good man who is not a criminal, right?
Because women determine the dating market. Us men, we have to learn about women and chase them. We have to know what they want and be that. So if they want...
Thank you again, J Hall. You're hitting it 100% here. Women are the ones who do the selecting. They're the one with the social dominance. That's why women don't need to be CEOs or the president of the United States or mayor or anything. They already have power in society. So they don't waste their time climbing to the top. Thank you for admitting that.
Squares, we'll act more like squares. If they want gangsters, we're going to act more like gangsters.
Now look what he showed for a square. Get back here. Let's see what he has.
So if they want squares, we'll...
A good-looking, well-dressed man who's very sexy. That's what people are considering squares now, right?
Act more like squares. If they want gangsters, we're going to act more like gangsters. If all women right now said, I require at least 10 dates before I even kiss you, we would have no choice but to take them on 10 dates.
Exactly. Thank you. This is why, by the way, everyone, we avoid the word simp in the pro-male collective community. Because every man panders to women if they want to be with them. So there's no point in calling other men simps.
They determine the market. But let's continue, man. This is a video I found on YouTube about a guy interviewing girls and asking them if they would prefer a drug dealer or a doctor.
Would you rather date a doctor that makes $600,000 a year or a drug dealer that makes $3 million a day?
Drug dealers.
Drug dealer?
Period. Drug dealer.
Drug dealer. Drug dealer, drug dealer. Hood nigga.
Day.
Only fuck drug.
Oh, by the way, J Hall, the only difference between black women and women of other races is that they're more honest. They're more upfront about what they actually want. White women are not any different from this.
Dealer, where the stash at?
Give me the drug dealer. I already like the killer.
Period. All right.
Now you gotta calculate the...
Oh, wait, by the way, J Hall, drug dealers destroy their society, right? Like, if you're just dealing in like hashish or marijuana, that's pretty harmless. But the guys who push heroin, they destroy their neighborhoods. They turn everyone into zombies that are unemployed, right? They make things... So these women are always attaching themselves to men who destroy. Well, the women themselves are the source of it. You admitted it. So, given free range, the women always cause destruction to society.
I need a drug dealer. You heard her.
Drug dealer.
You know the vibes? I'm going with the 3 million a day. Cause a day, 3 million a day.
A day.
Like that.
A day.
A day.
A day. She said a proper a day.
Like what? Yeah, I'm with that.
Like, that's why.
It's a no-brainer.
Right.
And I like drug dealers. A drug dealer.
How come?
Cause I would date.
This is what happens when you have a culture that chases instant gratification instead of long-term stability. It's like...
Dude, this is where you're falling down, J Hall. This is not about instant gratification. These women like violent men. That's not about gratification, or at least it's not about instant gratification. What gratifies them is the violence.
They don't even care what comes with dating a drug dealer. If you're a drug dealer, there's two outcomes for you. You either get killed or go to jail. And with fast money comes slow problems. So these girls right here are not thinking about the long-term repercussions. They're thinking about...
Hold it, dude. They don't have to. They don't have to. If their drug dealer boyfriend goes to jail, they don't. And then they find another sucker, another male sucker. They're a dime a dozen. They're lined up for these girls. So since they don't suffer the consequences, they don't need to think about the future.
the lavish lifestyle right now. And then they're gonna have babies with these drug dealers, and he's gonna end up killed or be in jail, and they're gonna end up being single mothers. So they're pretty much saying
They're single mothers by choice. That's actually is not really connected, because if a woman does get with one of these 9-to-5 guys, next thing you know, she's divorcing him and booting him out of the family unit and making him pay in child support. So she's single anyway. So her liking the thug actually is disconnected from being a single mother, right?
I want to be a single mama. That's what they're pretty much saying. And the black community has the most single moms. And it's just gonna increase with bullshit like this.
Why do average people think dating average people is settling for less?
Nobody want a nigga that work 9 to 5. Like,
Whoa,
like it's not giving that. Like, I don't.
Can I request something, Jay Hall? Would you black guys stop calling each other the N-word? Because I know that you think you're owning it, but it really just makes you look, unclassy. I'm just saying. I mean, it's up to you, of course. I can't make you do anything, but it's unclassy. It doesn't work the way you hope it works, okay?
Let's bring that back. What you mean you don't want niggas that
you
date?
understand that there's 9-to-5s like lawyers and you know what I mean?
But,
what kind of niggas you want? Like, you don't want a 9-to-5 nigga. What kind of niggas you want?
right.
When she says 9-to-5, Jay Hall, she means low status. A low status man works a 9-to-5 job. A high status man has free time. He tells others what to do. That's what she means.
I want a nigga that you're scammer and a nigga that work
Drug dealer?
too, but not no 9 to 5. Not giving that.
What kind of work? Drug dealer?
Like, yeah, no.
No drug dealers.
A nigga that scam, like he be outside to get a bread and come back with a breach.
So once that dude get locked up,
Exactly.
what is on to the next one?
You gonna stay with him?
I'm
hold him down?
I'm gonna take his money and then
What money? The feds is taking that money when he go to jail.
Well, not necessarily. She spends his money the whole time she's with him. She gets it. She gets to keep any assets that he's spent on her. She's gotten free rent. She's probably got good partying time. She probably has clothes. Sorry, this guy who's talking to her doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's a dog.
So what are you gonna do though?
I'm gonna continue myself. Be myself. Another scammer.
But you just say you help me, so you going to jail too.
No, dude, she isn't. So this is coping from this young man. Jay Hall, do you realize this guy's coping now? How often do girlfriends of thugs get arrested along with the thugs? Almost never. Even the ones who commit crimes with them will just say, oh, I was scared of it and he forced me to do this. Police often give plea deals to women who have involved themselves in these crimes in order to give an excuse to not jail her. So this guy is coping here.
She's a dumbass. She would rather take on a life of crime.
She's not taking on a life of crime. She's taking on a thug. The thug is taking on the life of crime. She is connected to it, but she doesn't suffer it.
Then be in a stable relationship, man. It's so ridiculous that it's just funny, man. Like, come on.
She doesn't need to be in a stable relationship. She can go from relationship to relationship. That's an observable fact that's been going on forever. And not just in the black community, the non-existent black community. That's everywhere.
You'd rather date a scammer with the risk of going to jail than actually have a stable relationship with an average guy.
Well, what you're really saying is, how come you're not attracted to me? Well, dude, because they don't give a shit about your humanity. That's why. That's why.
And build a family. Sad, man. Sad.
I wish you wouldn't bring up families, Jay Hall, because that is tangential to what's going on here. Your concern isn't that you don't have children. Your concern is that you're getting deselected by the average woman. Stay on point. Be honest, right? Don't hide behind children as a shield. Say, this is about me. This is about my desires as a man. Don't be afraid to say it.
And that leads me on to this next clip of a girl rejecting a brother over here that works for the military as a physicist.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Now look at all you lookism crowd. This is a gorgeous young man. So all you guys who think, all these girls want these good-looking guys, you're about to be debunked once again.
What are you reading?
Yeah, I was actually...
Look at the expression. You're reading? That's completely disgusted over that. And look at this expression on her face. A dude who reads?
Reading. I ship out in a few days, so I was just reading The Art of Strategy.
Okay.
For the military?
Okay, that's some real enthusiasm.
Yeah, so actually I'm a nuclear physicist for the Navy. So
she was impressed. He may as well have said, "Hey, I like to lick the bottom of toilets."
I do that in a few days.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about yourself.
I like martial arts a lot. I did a bit of pharmacy back when I was a little bit younger, about 2-3 years ago. I got certified at pharmacy around when I was 17.
So this guy is educated, he's in great shape, he's good looking, and look at the bored expressions on these women. He's going in the middle, basically he's saying, I'm a little go boy, by the way of one. This is a form of lack of status, right? I'm going to the military where I take orders. These women want some guy who's going to commit violence against other men and tell them what to do. That's what's going on here.
I didn't really do anything with it. I went to university for a while. I was getting like a business degree. So I have a bachelor's in business. And then I did pharmacy for a little while, for about 3 years, and then got bored. So I was like, let's go see what the military has to offer. Didn't do anything. Now I ship out.
By the way, a lot of guys join the military because, they say, why are young men dropping out? Because they can't make a go of it, right? He's probably building up too much debt, and he knows he can't pay it off. So he jumps to the military, which is a form of welfare for men. It's one of the few forms of welfare that is allowed.
In a few days.
Oh, okay, nice. Well, best of luck as you ship out pineapples.
Well, that's nice. Best of luck. Just get out, get going. I don't want to see you again.
Yeah. Why?
Because he literally didn't tell me any qualities about himself. He's just like,
now this is gaslighting. This is gaslighting, guys. Women don't ask about qualities of men anyway. What's the first thing they ask about? What you do for a living. So that's what this guy told her, because he knows that's the first question they're going to ask. What she really was admitting to is that she didn't like what he did for a living. This woman doesn't give a shit about a man's inner self. And neither does this woman or any woman. They're asking about his status.
I made a 96 on this. I did this. And I feel like I did that at first too. But however, I need a man with some personality.
You felt that quick? You know you didn't have personality.
What is a woman?
Great question. I'm not a woman, so I'm really good at reading people.
And by that, she means she needs him with a little edge, a little swag. You know what I'm saying?
The man had no status, dude. That's what she means, Jay Hall. You're one step behind. The man had no status. He was one of those 9-to-5ers. He was going to the military to be told what to do. And he was going to come home, and he wasn't going to murder anyone as a criminal.
He was too proper for her. Even though he has all the accolades, he got a great job. He's definitely gonna make a lot of money. He seems like he has a good head on his shoulders. She don't care about none of that. He gotta have some of that That's swag, because that's what the girls want, you know what I'm saying? And she probably will not be looking for someone like him that's stable until she's older, like mid-30s. And I can't fully...
That doesn't mean anything, dude. She's not looking for someone who's stable. She will be looking for a sucker. This guy is a future sucker. He's going to serve her when they get married. That's what a marriage contract is. It's a slave contract for men, right? So her getting this guy getting roped in when she's in his 30, he is no farther ahead than being rejected now. Actually, I would say he's better off being rejected now. He's safe now. All he has to worry is about bullets flying on his face now, right? He doesn't have to worry about the real dangers of being married.
blame her because that's just the culture nowadays. It's in the music, it's in the movies, it's in the TV.
Don't blame the culture for female nature, Jay Hall. These women, what their expression, all women like, in all eras. Genghis Khan was the most successful man sexually in all of history. He murdered people by the hundreds, and women spread their legs for him.
TV shows, social media, everything, man. You're programmed to be like this. And they won't break through the program, the matrix, until they get older and realize, hold up, a drug dealer's not going to take care of his kids?
Wait a minute.
He's going to be in jail? Oh.
No, they're not going to think about that at all, because these women are single by choice. They're single mothers by choice, Jay Hall. Women do not like men. So there's not going to be some revelation. This is why I'm critiquing Jay Hall, guys, because as good as he is, he's falling short.
I'm a single mom.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Curfews, closures, and chaos in South Beach as spring.
Okay, I won't bother with the rest of it. I mean, I made my point with Jay Hall. No offense, Jay Hall, you did pretty good, but you could be better. So you've got to stop. A lot of your video is begging. You're showing this and begging women to change their ways. This guy, don't do this. Homie, don't play that. Okay? So I'll end it here.